Fresno councilman Steve Brandau is taking time away from city matters this week to observe firsthand a major global issue, the Syrian refugee crisis. Along with members from the Northwest Church in Fresno, they traveled to Lebanon to see firsthand how the refugees are coping. Brandau talked exclusively with GV Wire on what he's seen.
So one of the first tents that we went in today was about maybe 10 feet wide by about 24 feet long, so 10 by 24, and there were 20 people living in that tent full time. And there were 9 adults and 11 children, including 2 children who were born while they've been in Lebanon. Most of these folks have been in Lebanon in refugee camps for 2 or 3 years. We did meet one family today that has been in Lebanon 6 years. Can you imagine being away from your home for 6 years inside of a tent? So today, this very first family had to flee Syria. They were getting bombed from both sides of the civil war. They didn't choose sides. They finally decided that they had to leave for the safety of their children. So the whole neighborhood picked up and moved together at a moment's notice. The bombs got so close that the neighborhood leaders decided it was time to leave, and they literally were grabbing kids, neighbors' kids, putting kids on their shoulders, and they walked on their feet for over 24 hours until they came to the border at Lebanon, and then Lebanon let them in. And so they left all of their material possessions behind and left everything as it was. And for many of those folks that came from the Aleppo area, they've seen the reports that Aleppo's just been basically demolished. So they do want to go home. They want to go back to their land. They believe their land is there. They want to go back to their land and begin rebuilding. There were other families from different areas of Syria that left for the same reason. Everybody that left for Lebanon left because of their children. They loved their own nation of Syria, but they left for the sake of their children. They wanted their children to live.
I asked Brandau what he's learned from this experience.
I think that, in America, there is such a huge debate over the Syrian people, and we get a lot of people, we get a lot of things confused. That cloud of confusion is kind of leaving me. So I've got a better perspective of who's who. Most of these folks today, they cannot stand ISIS. They were running from ISIS. Many of them were running when ISIS took over their village. And they're Muslim people, but they enjoy life. They've got a very normal life. And ISIS comes into their neighborhood and demands that they live a completely different way that they're not used to. They don't like it. They feel threatened. ISIS begins to threaten people that are not towing the line. And so they can't stand ISIS. Most of them, they left Syria for that reason. So I've really learned a lot that there's just a lot of good people that are Syrian refugees. Every single one of them that I met today, I would say, was a good person. I met fathers and mothers, children, aunts and uncles. And I didn't see anybody that I felt threatened by. Nobody disliked me. The men, for sure, will shake your hand and pat you on the back. The women are more conservative. They will nod or smile, but you have to be aware of their customs. They're very conservative folks with their beliefs, and so. But really, at the end of the day, they're just great people.
David Taub, GV Wire.